It again.
Oh, welcome everyone. I thought I was live for a few seconds or more, and now I'm actually live. So we are here. So welcome to another show. It's been raining a little bit, slightly cloudy here, and I'm sorry for being late. I've been making lots of tea. So I have all my tea here. Get your drinks, and we're going to explore new territory today, or perhaps revisit old territory and see it in a new way. I had news that an old friend passed away, so I was a little bit sad. And just looking at pictures of him this morning, I just found these pictures, and it's a little bit. It's always sad when people move to the next world. If the next world is happy, so in a way we tend to feel sad. It's not. It's not. It doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be sad. It's a cycle. It's kind of like the sunrise in the morning and then the sun sets. And I think as a child, sometimes I felt sad when the sun was setting. It was like, oh, just no, stay, sun, stay. But with a bit of maturity, a new perspective, I guess, I see that the sun passes away, the sun moves on, and then it arises again, something new in the morning. So it's just a stream of, I guess you could call it a stream of life, a stream of consciousness. And the sadness, I know, is kind of almost conditioning that we feel sad. And maybe it is natural. I think it is natural to miss people. I think that is a natural human emotion to feel sadness and to miss people. I think it's just having a perspective helps us to accept these comings and goings with more grace, and because it's going to happen to us as well, and not be too resistant about these changes, because impermanence, change, it's something inevitable and uncontrollable and unavoidable. So there's no need to feel sad, because energy just changes form. It shifts into other worlds, other dimensions, and that's a happy place. It's not a sad place, and everything happens because it's supposed to happen. It's designed that way and chosen. So someone passes, that is their time, and we send them love and light, and don't need to hold on to the sadness, rather hold on to the happiness. And good morning, Nia. I like that picture, so welcome to Nia. And where are you, Nia? So I haven't seen you before, Nia. So anyone new to the show, we always talk about different topics and do readings, sometimes do some meditation if there's time. Always working on awakening our consciousness and seeing the higher dimensions, or the higher perspective of the world. So seeing things in a more elevated way, a more elevated perspective. That's the orientation. Sylvie Burnett, welcome, Sylvie. Where are you, Sylvie? Where are you in the world? Nia, it's great to have you. Do you have anything on your mind, in your heart, anything that's you have questions that you would like some exploration? We can always talk about different topics. Sylvie is in Canada. Which part of Canada? You know, what I can't believe is how big Canada is, because I guess I've never been there, so for me it's a mystery. But just the size of Canada is always really surprising when you explore. So Ontario also is quite a broad category. I know Toronto, for instance. I had a friend who grew up in Kingston. I don't know if you've heard of Kingston, Ontario. So I had a perspective just of the Lake Ontario and life, you know, skiing on the lake or playing on the lake when it got frozen, and seems like they were kind of big difference, huge difference between summer and winter in Canada. Sudbury is the town. Any guidance or messages? So we usually talk generally, and when you say guidance or messages as well, do you mean for the world, for yourself, or for someone else? It's all about awakening our consciousness, activating our consciousness, and we have a lot of possibility, a lot of potential in our patterning, in our DNA. They even call the lost DNA. The scientists don't know what to do with some of our DNA because it's kind of not being used. So we have this these keys, this potential to unlock our potential. So Sylvie would like something for herself. So I'll go ahead and pick an oracle card for you, Sylvie. Okay, so it feels like you need a little bit of orange energy. You need balance. And sorry, forgot to mute my mic. So Debbie, I cannot hear anything. So you're completely silent. So I didn't hear a thing. So you're all good. So Sylvie, I'm just getting some guidance for you. It feels like it feels like there are hostilities. There's a little bit of a tense atmosphere and anxiety. That's what comes up for me. A tense atmosphere and anxiety. It's very important you bring some orange energy and bring in angelic support and balance. So balance is a really important concept for you at the moment. I'm just exploring the orange a little bit. What does that orange mean? That's for your second chakra. So there's a little, almost feels like you're not expanding this area, and it could be connected to the anxiety you're feeling. So get really comfortable with yourself, with intimacy, with self-expression, with creative projects where you can express yourself, and allow your second chakra to be healed, to be nurtured, whole, comfortable with gentle waves of intimacy coming your way. So this is almost like a central possibility that's saying, open up to yourself, to feeling safe and balanced, because there is this tense environment. So let me know if that resonates with you, Sylvie. Sylvie in Sudbury. All right, so I'm just going to pick a final card for you, Sylvie. Let's have a look. Okay. All right, so this card is encouraging you to go back to your inner temple, the portal of your heart, your inner temple. It's encouraging you to go back into that inner temple, which is the path of devotion. So really take a time to build your own temple, your own space of safety, of peace, of sacred energy, because that's where you're going to find your answers. That's when you're going to shift your life around, is in your inner temple. So perhaps set up something, set up a ritual, set up an altar for yourself, an altar where you may tune into the portal of your heart, Sylvie, where you can have a time for prayer, for meditation, for journaling, and Allow the soul, the rhythm of your soul to become evident and clear. You're here to grow as a soul. So this is a reminder, you're here to grow as a soul. And sometimes there's going to be challenges and turbulence, because that is the nature of this human world. But coming back to your inner temple is where you're going to find your inner peace, find your answers, your wisdom, and your joy. So take care, Sylvie. I hope that helps. That's all I've got for you. So let me know anyone else who's online. And let's have a look at the state of the world. It's looking a little bit turbulent out there in the world, but things are moving in a direction. So there is this direction of change. So wherever that direction, the goal or the movement is towards change. So change is happening, and sometimes whatever you change, it's not a straight line. It's not plain sailing. It's not like we just change over and it's all peaceful. There is this rising up a sense of turbulence is the best word I can think of. Brilliant. So the other thing is, let me know if you're online, if you'd like a reading, and please do share the show, because that's where we get the expansion, that's where we get the growth. And I was talking to a friend this past week about the child within, and each of us has a child within us. We have this almost like this pattern, this fractal pattern, in which even though we may be 110 years old, within us is still a child. Within us is still all memories and conditioning, experiences, lessons, thinking of that child that was part of our brain development, part of our neurology, our wiring was as a child. And it's strange because our body is changing. Our body changes all the cells of our body change every 7 years. So our body is always changing, and some of our internal organs, it can be a month or two, and they're entirely renewed. I think the liver is every 2 months or something like that. It's entirely renewed. All the cells are renewed. So there's this transformation within, and yet as a child, there's this foundation set. So the foundation is really important, and sometimes it's important to reparent ourselves, reparent our inner child. So I'm just going to write that, and if it relates to you, use it. If it doesn't relate to you, then that's fine. So speaking to our inner child. So for me, it's a little boy, and sometimes just taking him along. If he feels scared, holding his hand. If he feels unloved, holding on to him, loving him. And a friend of mine, I saw a friend of mine last week, and she was telling me that she is massaging herself. And that's really helping every day. She's giving herself this beautiful massage, and she's got, she said she's got sesame oil, so she's using sesame oil. And so that's also something one can do for oneself to bring the vibration of love into life, because she said it was activating a lot of joyfulness, which I thought was interesting, that she was feeling this joy. So we have a bit of a quiet show, not a lot of people coming on. So if you do get this, please do share the show. I think last week we had about 10 people on at the same time. So it was lots of comments and busy, but this week is a little bit quiet. So everything sometimes is like a wave. You just get this kind of wave movement, like a wave. So today we sort of quiet, and next week could be 10 people, 20 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. So in Buddhist understanding, there's a strong element of conditions. So conditions are similar to conditioning. It essentially, we all have conditions that arise, that conditions that lead to us being where we are today. So everyone else has conditions as well that lead to them, and those conditions are really important because one person can end up a murderer or a whatever, a bad person doing bad things, and another person can end up doing saintly, wonderful, beautiful things in the world based on the conditions that they have in their life. So if they have cruel carers, or they live in cruel conditions, then that will condition them in a certain way. So everything is conditioned. And sometimes you can look into your life and see patterns, see fractal patterns, see your conditioning. And we can always consciously work to change our conditions. Perhaps we need a new stimulation, new friends, new environment. That's going to make a big difference. Environment, if you plant a seed, the key is the environment, the nutrient-rich soil, the sun, and water. So human beings are similar. Not that we are plants or trees or the like. Not that we are seeds. In a similar way, we do follow the laws of this consciousness, this universe, where we need a fertile ground in order to thrive. So you look at certain place in the world, it's not a place where you can thrive, because they're not fertile conditions. A human being needs, just like a plant needs, conditions that are conducive for life, conducive for thriving. That you need sunshine, water, soil, earth. Need all these things. So human beings are the same, and we need a roof over our heads, somewhere safe. We need sleep. We need food. We need nutritious food. We need loving relationships. So there's all these elements that human beings need that some are not getting, and unfortunately they don't end up thriving. They don't end up in a good place because they don't have those conditions. So this concept of Buddhism, of conditions can change. We can consciously change our conditions. It's really important, because conditions kind of set up a wavelength, set up the structure of reality, and how you see the world. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And so perspective is really important, and understanding that conditions are around us, conditions are everywhere. And what does that mean to you? Please do share the show. I wonder if we're on YouTube at the moment. Facebook, YouTube. Sylvie was on Facebook. Oh, we did have someone from YouTube, I think. Nia was on Facebook. Just wonder if we're live on YouTube. All right, so it's very, very quiet at the moment in terms of people here. So I'm just gonna go right into meditation. And if anyone comes on, that's great. Just put your comments in the comments section. So placing your feet connected to the ground, connected to the earth, gently closing your eyes. And we're going to start with body awareness, body focus. So just with your awareness moving into your body, feeling your body, becoming body aware, meeting the essence of your body wherever it's at, whatever you're feeling, just observe it, be there for that feeling. Each person is a movement of energy. Energy that collects, connects, expresses. With our consciousness, we can meet this energy that we are. Gently tuning in to our physical bodies, the physical vessel in which we inhabit, in which we live in. And as you explore your human body with your mind, starting to relax any stressed areas, any pain, areas of pain, areas of tension, balance them and relax them. Relax them and balance them. Just using your mind. If you're sitting in a chair, making sure your back is supported or up straight. So we aim to have our back elevated so it's straight, as straight as it can be. And our body hangs relaxed. We can put our hands in our lap, our palms in our lap. There are different mudras that you can use to connect your fingers and hands together. For now, whatever feels comfortable. It does help to connect your feet to the ground. Making sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Often we hold our tension in our shoulders. Perhaps even your neck, the back of your neck, your facial muscles, your jaw muscles. Anywhere in your body that you may be holding tension, just gently letting it go. And as we let go of tension from our bodies and minds, starting to pay attention to the movement of your breath, the movement of your breathing. As your chest expands and your abdomen expands with the in-breath, the out-breath is a contraction, is a letting go. Our belly expands with our in-breath, and our belly contracts with the out-breath. Keeping this awareness on your breathing. If you are comfortable to continue, just continue like that. Otherwise, you may add a visual component. The metaphor of releasing the old through smoke. So with the out breath, breathing out smoke. And with the in breath, breathing in clean, pure, white light. Clearing our hearts, clearing our bodies, clearing our minds. And you may continue this practice whenever you like and for as long as you like. For the benefits of our show today, I'm going to gradually come out of my meditation, moving my hands and feet, stretching out my body, and massaging my face, my head, my neck, bringing the positive energy, the positive benefits of this practice into my whole being. And welcome back, everyone. Please do put your comments if you are here. And I think Stu is here. So Stu, you're here. Welcome, Stu. And Kim, welcome. That's great to see you, Kim. So we just had a bit of a meditation, and I hope you enjoyed that. If you are present, let me know your questions, anything on your mind, and we can also do some readings. Let me know where you're from. And whilst I wait for some comments, I am going to look at responsibility, the idea of responsibility. What does responsibility mean? What does it mean to you? And Stu is here. Thank you, Stu. I was missing you, Stu. So great to have Stu. Stu's in Florida. What does responsibility mean to you? It's an open question, and there isn't a right or wrong answer. People see responsibility in different ways, and it depends on your role, your position. If you are a pilot, you're a pilot of a plane, there's a very different responsibility to being a child. Very different. If you're driving a car, you have a responsibility. If you are working heavy machinery, you have a responsibility. If you're a mother, if you're a father, if you're a grandmother, an aunt, you have a sister, you have different responsibilities. What about your responsibility to yourself? What is your responsibility to yourself? So for some people, self-care is a responsibility. It's like, if this is a car, a vessel of our consciousness, and we have to make sure we put gas in the car, we get the car serviced. So in some ways that analogy works, because we do have an operating manual. There are ways to keep our body healthy. When I said we do have an operating manual, we actually don't. We don't come with an operating manual, but we can create one. We may need sleep, a certain amount of sleep, a bit of sunshine, a bit of relaxation, a bit of exercise, healthy food. There are things that are essences for being healthy, and self-care is being responsible for our bodies. And some of us lose that responsibility. We lose that self-care, and we can end up in difficult situations and more suffering. And responsibility is interesting because there's a certain maturity involved in responsibility, versus being more of a passive. If you think of an infant, a baby, it's very passive. It doesn't have a doesn't have control over itself. So the more autonomy you have, the more responsibility you have. And the idea of responsibility is also moving us out of victimhood. It's more empowering than victimhood. So remember that, because even how we talk about ourselves can be quite victimizing. We can think of ourselves as the victim. Always move towards responsibility. That's greater freedom, greater liberation, greater power for yourself and for others. So welcome, Vladimir. I was doing a reading and then we didn't have many people on the show, so I did some meditation, and now I'm just talking about responsibility. So this show, we offer readings, and we do have a YouTube channel. If you look at the blue bar below, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is David Starlyte. And you can also follow me on Facebook, connect with me on Facebook and Instagram. So I think that's just my Facebook link. Instagram, I'm just going to write this Instagram in here. So you can follow me on Instagram. And I was talking about responsibility. So whenever you feel a victim, what about turning that around and going, how am I responsible for this? How am I responsible to change this? How am I responsible to make the situation better? Because otherwise there's a loss of energy, because bad things happen. We know that. It's how we respond to that that's important. And when I say responsibility. So that is our ability to respond. So I really like this word responsibility, because it's, when you kind of look at it, it becomes quite obvious. You're like, response? Okay, that's my ability to respond. So how am I going to respond? Where is my, where is the line for me? Where is my power? How can I gain power? How can I build myself up? We all get pushed down, but how can I build myself up again? And welcome to Phaser. I like your picture, very pretty. I see a heart. So responsibility is building our strength, and it's a muscle. It is a muscle. If you are piloting a jet, if you're a pilot and you have all the training and you do that day to day, you get used to responding to the world in a certain way with that responsibility. But if you're a child, if I put a child in a jet engine and say, fly the plane, fly the jet, that child won't know what to do. So these are skills that we develop. So think of your responsibility as skill development. Skill development. And I misspelt that. It should be development. Your ability to gain skills, to learn new things. All right. So thank you. So thank you, Melody. I love you too. So great to see Melody back on the show. And if anyone would like some insights, let me know. Welcome, Melody. if they would like to discuss something that's bothering them, also let me know, because we're all challenged by life. No one gets away scot-free. No one escapes challenges. Even yesterday, I injured my toe. I'm limping. I walked into a wall. I've walked into that wall many times, but I really went quite hard yesterday. I went quite hard into the wall, and I'm feeling it. I'm definitely feeling it. Walking into a wall it's not a good idea. Kicking walls is not good for your body. So we all have challenges and things to learn. That's why we're here. So we're not victims of our experiences. When we realize that we're here to learn skills, of course, bad things happen, and we feel we are victims of those things. But we also make choices to have those experiences, and we're developing skills. So prayers for healing, and that's important, Melody, to pray for each other, pray for healing, pray for empowerment, so that we're empowered to gain the skills to live our lives in the best possible way, so that if a hurdle comes in our way, we know how to deal with it. We can go under the hurdle, over the hurdle, or on the side of the hurdle. We can get past that hurdle, and that's what we're here to do, develop our skills. We're not here to stay in the mud and get stuck in this victim mindset. We're here to push ourselves forward, to keep going. So if anyone would like a reading, please put in the comments. And feel free to share your insights, your life experience. Fazer, where are you in the world? Vladimir, you went quiet. Fazer, let me know where you are. If you would like if you would like me to pick a card. And also, Kim, are you still there, Kim? I think we lost Nia. And Melody would love a reading. All right, so I'll pick a card for you, Melody. Let me just shuffle the cards. So there's an angel of love around you, Melody. The angel of love has jumped out, and I think you mentioned prayers for healing. So the angel of love is around you at the moment. So I'm feeling really positive about there's something blossoming in your life. And there's an opening to even more happiness and healing. So these are very positive cards for you, Melody. And that things are moving forward in a positive direction. You have the angel of love that is bringing you love. And love is what it's all about. Love is it's the source code of the universe. It's the doorway. It's the essence of all of this life. So the angel of love is bringing you intimate connection. It's bringing you an energetic possibility, energetic potential, bringing you in the energetic realm a sense of love and tenderness without limitation, without condition. So this love is coming to you in wonderful and unexpected ways. So this angel can come to you, call in the angel of love, call it into you, and allow it to help you release anything you're holding on to that may be an attachment, maybe toxicity. You may be holding on to unrequited love, something like that. Free your heart, free your home, open your life to be fully present and love and honoring unconditional love. That's what you deserve. You're worthy of that. So abundance is blossoming. Things are shifting forward. There's an opening that is going to shift things. So I see this in a financial way, in a financial realm, that there's this prosperity that's opening up. And I'm also seeing, as I said, it's more healing and more happiness. It's like a new beginning card here, new beginnings in your personal life. So it's saying change is happening, and this is a positive change that's going to bring like a rainbow into your life. And this is this card signals a new opportunity, a new way of being. Healing is arising, so it's really optimistic, very optimistic for you, Melody. Really beautiful cards, and I wish you well. Go in peace, and thank you for coming on the show, Melody. All right, any other comments? Any other? Vladimir, any insights? Awesomeness. So any insight about what, Vladimir? So if you can get a bit more specific. Awesomeness, Melody. Awesomeness. Okay. Vladimir. My phone. Okay, so welcome back, Vladimir. Okay. I just suddenly got all these comments. I don't know where they came from. Let me just see. Kim is here. Okay, I thought we lost you. Faza may have a reading. Nettie, could I have a reading? Sorry, my phone. All right, so there's a few of you. Awesomeness. Catherine. So I'm just gonna give. I don't know if that link is still up, but this is the link for the donations. Okay, so that's my link for donations, and you can always send there. So I'm just gonna go quite quickly. Faza, I think Faza, you were next, and then we'll have Vladimir. So Vladimir, just let me know. Or just if you can be more specific, it would help. And Faza as well. Okay. All right. So Faza, I feel a lot of indecision around you, that you are wondering how to live your life, how to be in the world, what kind of life you can have. It's a lot of wondering, and it's like wondering. And I feel like, when I think of wondering, I think it's kind of, it ends up with wandering leads to wondering leads to wondering. Do you know what I mean? It's intertwined. So sometimes we just need to pick a direction, pick a path, pick something that we're going to focus on, maybe just for a short time, but focus, and instead of sitting in the state of unknowingness, the state of it's like a void. So being in that void doesn't bring you answers. So being in that void doesn't bring you the answers. So take a stab at something. Just choose something small. If it's overwhelming for you, start small, and always remember that when you build a building, you start with the foundations, put them in place, then you put down a brick, then another brick, then another brick. And just in the neighborhood, I've been seeing buildings go up, and I thought, how did that go up so quickly? because it seemed like they spent forever on the foundation. Not much was happening, and suddenly within a week there's this half a building. So things can change quickly, surprisingly quickly, if you take action. And staying in a state of non-action doesn't move anything forward, Phaser. So pick a direction. So lots of love to you, Phaser. So Nettie, let me know if you're still there, Nettie. And thank you for the donation, Catherine. Trap Goddess. Okay, so Vladimir, let's just see what's happening for you, Vladimir. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of wishes, a lot of desires, and that fuels something in you, Vladimir. That fuels something, and that's okay. That's good to have dreams. It's great to have dreams, but I feel like it's a little bit overwhelming for you at the moment. So it's too much. So just slow down, take a deep breath. And remember that your things are going to shift with action. And if you're aiming, it's like you're aiming 100 darts in different directions. It's your progress is sluggish. So take a deep breath and really come into your heart and ask what you desire. Just stay in your heart and say, what do I truly desire in my career? What do I truly desire in my career? And the first thing that pops into your hearts, into your consciousness, that is the path for you right now. That's something for you to focus on. All right, because I'm seeing a lot of possibility. It's almost like you need to be expressing yourself, Vladimir. So there's this communication is really important. There's some kind of magic when you are expressing yourself. So I believe that you are an entrepreneur, but I believe that your voice is what is gonna make or break you, your voice. So your communication. So feel like this is your direction in communication. Can be different. Communication is not just what's coming out of your mouth. It's even your posture, how you communicate to the world. So, but I feel like communication is going to be what you're known for, and I feel there's magic to be unlocked in that direction. And I feel that you are going to be entrepreneurial, and you have lots of imagination and ideas. So just keep going, Vladimir. Focus one step at a time. You know the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. So just keep going. And Catherine, I like your background. Thank you, Catherine. That's my painting. So I am available for commissions. I do sell paintings. And thank you so much, Catherine. And Vladimir, good luck to you. Lots of love to Vladimir. And I think we'll just go with you, Catherine. We'll go with you, Catherine. I don't know if there was someone, Nettie. Yeah, let me know if you're still online, Nettie, Catherine. All right, so Catherine, we're going to move on to you. And thank you, Vladimir. That's my painting. I've got it up on the wall. It's framed. And I also like it. I'm very fond of that painting. I exhibited it recently, actually, but it didn't sell, so it's just in my house. And Kim says that I have an amazing and extensive inventory of art available to purchase. I have lots of drawings and paintings. And I've got a new painting that someone's commissioned me to do, which is a Buddhist painting. So that's interesting. Nettie, Nettie, you're online. All right, so I'll come back to you, Nettie. I'm just busy with Catherine. And thank you to Kim. And thank you, Vladimir. All right, so Catherine, you're very service-oriented. I see you as a diligent person, someone who really makes a lot of effort in what you do. Puts a lot of effort. And you're quite inspirational as well. You can be quite inspirational for other people. Sometimes I would say your heart is a little bit closed. I do see you walking away from something, actually. But I feel like you have a lot of ability that comes in this card. And you're definitely looking, it's like you're surveying the world. You're looking out at the world and you're going, I wonder about that. And so don't look out too much, because your life is about you. And there's 8 billion people. So the thing with looking at what other people are doing is it doesn't really move your life forward, because you are you and your life is your life. You're different to everyone else. There's only one Catherine, or only one Catherine Yi Baraka. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Are you from it's almost like Philippines, Catherine? Yeah. So there's an ancient wisdom, divine consciousness that is actually within you, Catherine. This card is saying it's within you. You have this ancient consciousness, but I don't think you are aware of it. It's kind of like you don't realize that you have that consciousness that can unblock stuck energy. And you may be feeling a presence of energy within your life. So this presence is allowing for a shift to happen at a deep level, which will allow you to be more spontaneous and to allow your essence to flow. Because I feel like that is where you're going to meet your truest potential, is when your energy is flowing abundantly and allowing your femininity to be awakened. So you just let go, and your presence enough is going to be allowing for things to open up in your life. So less thinking, more feeling. I would say there is I feel like overall there is a wish fulfillment. There is the universe is going to bring it is going to bring really positive things. I'm feeling job, romantic. I feel like a romantic love is so job, romantic love, and even family in the future. So things actually are very positive, Catherine. I'm seeing things open up for you. It does feel like, as I said previously, there's some kind of closure, there's some walking away, there's some ending in your life. And I put in a lot of efforts. And born and raised, but I live in Pennsylvania. That's amazing, Catherine. Pennsylvania. Wow. Pennsylvania. It's such a long word, Pennsylvania, and it sounds so kind of wild, Pennsylvania. So I think you have Penn University and you have some other universities, colleges in Pennsylvania. Just going to pick another card for you, Catherine. Yeah, Catherine, you have it all, and you're gonna be able to do it. I feel positive. Remember to keep the nurturing mother energy around you, within you. If you will need that as well. It's not just about other people, it's also about you. So bring that balance into your life. You are important, you're worthy, you deserve all the love, and bring that to yourself. Okay, because I did get a walking away card, Catherine, so that indicates change, like you're stepping into a new place. So this is actually really positive. It makes sense. So you're moving to another state. So things are opening up, new relationship, new love, new job, and moving forward in a very positive direction. So thank you so much, Catherine. And welcome back anytime to our show. Same time, same place. So Kim says, do you sell your photography too? I really do love photography, Kim. I haven't worked much in that area, but I've always been taking photographs since I was even a child. I took hundreds, thousands of photographs. I was crazy for photography, so I love photography. I love taking pictures, and sometimes I feel like the things just move around and I get the perfect moment for me. And so thank you, Kim. And I think Nettie was online, so Nettie, let me know, or you can listen to this later. We're going to pick a card for you, Nettie. Nettie. Okay. Nettie. Okay, Nettie, I'm seeing the world card. So I see there's travel. Usually the world card indicates travel. But I do see a man in your life. I see a family and man. So this indicates you have a busy life with your family. You need to take rest as well. Seriously, you need rest. That comes up in this reading, that you need rest. You need to rejuvenate yourself. But this world card, it usually indicates having a broader vision, having a high perspective, a bigger picture, seeing the world. So this could be also creating a bigger network, connecting with the world, seeing the world as your oysters. So I see that this card is indicating possibilities, things opening up. It doesn't have to be that you go to other countries, but with the internet, we can collaborate, communicate, we can do business with other countries. But overall, there is, I see a beautiful man in your life. I see a family, and overall, it's positive, Nettie. Just remember that to open up your perspective, open up the world, and thank you, Nettie, and thank you to Catherine. Hey, can I ask a question for a reading? Sorry. Sorry for the sneezing, and we are running out of time, but you can ask a quick question, James. It doesn't hurt to ask questions. The answer can be no, but it doesn't hurt to ask a question. Just ask, and if you don't ask, you don't always get things. So it's good to ask away. All right, so this will be our last reading, James. So I'm just going to see if there's any message coming through. So I'm seeing a bit of a upheaval, a bit of, it's almost like a storm. And I'm seeing you as being a thinking man. It's like you're thinking, you're someone who's rational, you think. And then I see attachment. So this attachment means you're attached to this person. So it's not for me to tell you what to do. So Spirit is saying that there's other ways of seeing the world, there's other possibilities. The balance between yin and yang comes up as well as being important to find that balance. You have this attachment, and it does feel stormy. So is there a message from Spirit for you, James? And this card says you need to retreat, you need to rest, you need to refuel. You need to fill yourself up again. So it does feel like you're giving your energy away, you're giving too much energy away, and it's depleting you. So you're being depleted. Take a step. If you can take a step away, find your perspective, and the messages will come through for you. But I feel like there's issues here. And that's all we have time for, James. And sending him a lot of love, and take care. So thank you everyone for coming on. A lot of you only came on in the last 20 minutes. And wishing you a wonderful day, Kim. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you, Trap. And see you next week. Lots of love to you all.